888-SAY-ESPN. It's 888-729-3776. Al, you're live with Stephen A. What's up?
Stephen A., thank you for taking my call.
Go ahead.
And it's the first time I've had a chance to talk to you, and I respect you as a announcer and as an analyst and everything like that. And I hope what my comments that I have to say, I hope you can look at it with an open mind.
Go ahead.
I know you're a Steeler fan.
Yep.
Everything, and I want to just talk about your comment on Mike Tomlin.
Go ahead.
When you said he should be Coach of the Year.
Yep.
I honestly believe Mike Tomlin should be suspended from football for what transpired a couple weeks ago in Cleveland. I think that was a whole ruse. I think that was a whole setup to get Myles Garrett out of the game, because there was no way that what transpired there ever should have happened with only like 10 seconds to go in the game.
Stop right there. Stop right there. Sir, with all due respect, I think your position is utterly ignorant. Let me explain why. It's less than 10 seconds left in the game. The Cleveland Browns are up 21-7. This is weeks ago. Mason Rudolph doesn't know that Myles Garrett is going to get through his offensive lineman and wrestle him to the ground. So your argument about premeditation is so patently false, it makes no sense. Then if you recall, if you want to sit up there and hold Mike Tomlin accountable for Mason Rudolph with Myles Garrett on top of him, trying to yank Myles Garrett helmets off, and you want to bring into focus premeditation, it would imply that Mike Tomlin told an offensive lineman, whether it's the Castro or Pouncey or somebody, to let Myles Garrett get past them, take the quarterback Mason Rudolph, let him slam Mason Rudolph to the ground, and then Mason Rudolph, oh, by the way, then you try to yank off his helmet. Are you saying that all of that transpired?
Oh, it all transpired. I mean, why should that play have happened in the first place with just a few seconds?
Stop right there. I want to make sure I'm clear now, because I've had some idiotic calls in my day. You're saying that Mike Tomlin spoke to the offensive line, told them to let Myles Garrett get through them to get to Mason Rudolph, then instructed Mason Rudolph that once he sacks you, he's going to throw you to the ground. At that time, I want you to try and take his helmet off. That is what you're saying that Mike Tomlin told his players?
Why did Mason Rudolph have to ask like a whiny crybaby at the end of that?
Stop right there. You don't get to answer my question with a question. This is my show. You get to answer my questions first. I just asked you a direct question. Are you saying that Mike Tomlin did that?
I think the whole thing was planned.
What was planned?
It was planned to get Myles Garrett out of the game and get him suspended for as long as they could. I mean,
sir, have a nice day. I'm being very nice. Because that might be, John, wouldn't that go down as one of the stupidest phone calls I've ever received in my career? That might be the dumbest call I've ever received in my career. Mike Tomlin instructed the offensive lineman to let Myles Garrett get through to them and then slam Mason Rudolph to the ground, at which time he instructed Mason Rudolph, when he slams you to the ground after the offensive lineman lets him get through with 8 seconds left, I want you to try to yank off his helmet. That way, all right, and then after that, get up and instigate the fight so he can take your helmet and knock you upside the head with it so he can get himself suspended for the season. That is what the caller, a grown man, just called up to say. I never thought it could get dumber than this. I never thought that I'd hear some of the more dumber phone calls that I've heard, but this tops it. This is the dumbest phone call I've ever received. Dumbest phone call I ever received. 888-SAY-ESPN. It's 888-729-3776.